Welcome back to S&M's Tri-5 Garage. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. I know we did here. It was really awesome, just sitting down with the family and having a good time. So Friday, I think it was Friday, ended up getting it back on the ground. I know it sucks. Sam was complaining about the pictures I took, but it's really hard to get a side view of a car when it's sitting between a two-post lift. But I'm happy with it, I guess. It really needs to go a little bit lower, but for now, I'm just going to leave it. Get the alignment done, let it settle, see where it's going to settle in at, and maybe bring it down just a little bit more. But I mean, it has a much better stance than what it did. Kind of like it. It's growing on me a little bit, but another quarter inch, maybe half inch down is where I about want it. But everything's new, so everything's got to settle. Especially the leaf springs in the rear, man. And I've never used that company for those, and yeah, they're stiff. So today, what I'm gonna try to do, real quick, is remove all their brake lines. Because as you can see, that is a proportioning valve. Well, they have the fronts ran into a T, which, that's the reason for a proportioning valve. They have a hole for each one. Rear, this one here that they have plugged would be for the right front. And then the one down there on the bottom would be for the left front. Well, they have it teed off, ran to both. So all the brake lines are going to come out and get new, because if you're going to do it right. And I don't know if any of y'all installed a proportioning valve. If you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Left, right, rear has its own hole. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, this week, probably Friday, I'm going to go and pick up the 15-inch wheel. Because before I take this down to have it aligned, I want everything done. So I'm going to swap that out for one of the retro 15-inch wheels, so I don't feel like I'm driving my kitchen table. Because with the poor manpower steering, I should be able to drop down to the 15-inch wheel and still have no problem. So hopefully I can get this done within the next couple days. I'm going to remove all the brake lines today, but I got to go run the wife around because the roads still aren't the best around here. So she don't feel comfortable driving, so I'm going to drive her around. And then once that's done, then we'll swap these two back out. You can see I got all the heater parts here for the convertible, new heater core. And let me tell you what, when you guys go to put heat in this, sticker shock is going to floor you. But time to get the heating system put into that. Not much left of the wiring other than tucking it up, tying it up, getting it hidden. Then back onto that. So, but I do gotta let some of the snow melt. It's supposed to be in the 50s here this week. So hopefully the snow will be gone. It might be a little wet, but I can still get them switched around and get back onto the 55. So that's my game plan anyway, but you never know how things are going to go. But I'm pretty happy with it. My daily. It's going to be fun. Until that thing takes a dump, it'll be driven. So let me get my donkey in gear here, get these brake lines off, so I can start all over again. And that's what kills me, because if somebody, whoever done this, if they would have done it right the first time, I wouldn't have to be going back and redoing it. So here we go. You guys have a great afternoon, and check back a little later, because hopefully, maybe depending on how Sam's feeling, I might get it done today. I don't know. Because, I mean, I could do the fronts by myself, but, you know, running the back, getting it all into place, making sure you got the right length, and then bleeding them out, is, you know, you obviously can't do that by yourself. So, catch you guys on the next one. Have a good afternoon. Merry Christmas to you all, even though it's a day late. Hope you all had a good one. All right, well, that didn't take too long. 10, 15 minutes, and all the brake lines are off. I'm not sure what they were thinking, but there's unions, junction blocks everywhere. Not a fan, not happy, so obviously it all come out. So hopefully maybe in the next 10, 15 minutes before my wife gets ready to go, then I can get at least one of the front lines ran and made. I got a whole new roll of the nickel copper here. All new fittings, but you know, fittings aren't cheap. So I'm gonna cut all those fittings off and, you know, reuse what I have to reuse. Even though I got new, but you know, they're money. And this hobby's getting expensive enough. I also got a whole bunch of other 3/16 line hanging there, which I'm sure I should have enough to do both fronts out of what's hanging there. So here we go. I'm gonna start with the right front, coil it up, make me a line, and go from there. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm in disbelief. 14 fittings I just pulled off of this brake lines that someone else installed. 14. Okay, which should require 6. 2, 4, 6 to the rear. Okay, now keep in mind, yes, it'd be more if I was replacing back here, but I'm not, because those are actually one solid piece, surprisingly, after getting into this system. So 14, which is more than double what should be in here. So you question why I pulled it all apart and redoing it? There's your answer. Not a fan. Every fitting is just, you know, a leak waiting to happen. So I believe in one piece. So now I gotta go run the wife around, do her shopping or whatever she's gotta do. So I'm sure I'll be back out here in a little bit to at least get the fronts done.